Hey there, my dear friend. Pull up a chair, maybe grab a warm drink, and let's settle in together. I'm here to guide you through this journey, hand in hand, so you can feel every twist and turn as if it were your own. Imagine the jolt of waking up in a body that's not yours, the creeping dread that something irreversible has happened, the sneaky curiosity that draws you in despite the fear, the rush of excitement as secrets unfold, the burning embarrassment of hiding in plain sight, and finally, that glorious wave of empowerment when you step into your true self. This story is intimate, raw, and real. It's about me, once Ethan, now Alara, and how my twin brother's reckless science experiment shattered my world only to rebuild it more beautifully than I ever imagined. We're in this together, let's dive deep. It all began on an ordinary Friday evening, but the shock that hit me the next morning was anything but. I'd always been the laid-back twin, Ethan, content with my graphic design gigs from the comfort of our shared house, while Lucas buried himself in his basement lab, chasing breakthroughs in biotechnology. We were 28, identical in every way, same messy auburn hair, same piercing green eyes, same lanky build, that people often mixed us up. But Lucas was the brainiac, fresh off his PhD, always rambling about nanits and genetic editing. This could change everything, he'd say, eyes gleaming under the fluorescent lights of his makeshift lab, surrounded by beeping machines, tangled wires, and shelves of glowing vials. I'd roll my eyes, but when he begged me to help test his neural interface device, I caved. It's safe, bro. Just straps you in, sinks our minds for a bit. We'll finally get that twin ESP we joked about as kids. He handed me a sedative pill, to relax the brain waves, and I swallowed it without a second thought, strapping into the cold, reclining chair amid the hum of servers and the faint scent of soda. Sleep came fast, dreamless. But waking? That was a nightmare etched in slow motion. My eyelids fluttered open to a pounding headache, like my skull had been cracked and rewired. The lab lights buzzed overhead, casting harsh shadows on the cluttered workbenches. I tried to call out for Lucas, but my voice caught, high-pitched, smooth, utterly foreign. Panic set in as I realized my body felt off. Lighter limbs, a strange softness everywhere. The straps were still loose, so I unbuckled them with hands that looked slimmer, fingers more delicate. Long strands of hair, silky auburn waves reaching past my shoulders, brushed my face as I sat up. Hair? I hadn't grown it out since high school. Heart racing, I swung my legs over the side, noticing how they seemed longer, smoother, without the usual coarse hair. Standing was disorienting. My center of gravity had shifted, hips wider, making me sway unsteadily toward the full-length mirror Lucas used for his biometric scans. What reflected back stole the air from my lungs. The face was mine, yet transformed into something exquisitely feminine, jawline softened to elegant curves, cheekbones lifted high, lips plump and inviting without any artifice. My green eyes appeared larger, framed by naturally thick lashes that cast subtle shadows. But the body, oh God, the body. My chest had swelled into full, rounded breasts, heaving with each panicked breath, nipples sensitive against the chill air under the open lab coat. My waist had cinched inward dramatically, creating an hourglass figure that flared into curvaceous hips and a pert backside. Legs toned and endless, skin flawless like porcelain. I tore off the coat in disbelief, hands exploring, tracing the flat stomach, the absence between my thighs where everything familiar was gone, replaced by smooth, intimate folds that made me gasp and recoil. This wasn't a dream. The pinch on my arm stung sharply. Lucas! I screamed, but it emerged as a soprano wail, melodic and vulnerable. Tears blurred my vision as I collapsed against the mirror, sliding down the glass, hair tangling around me like a shroud. Disbelief warred with horror. How? Nanits? Genetic rewrite? My mind reeled, denying the evidence of my own flesh. Yet, buried deep under the terror, a forbidden curiosity sparked. I looked, stunning. Like a long-lost sister, a female echo of our twin DNA. Why did that thought send a shiver that wasn't entirely fear? I hugged my knees to my new chest, rocking slightly, the lab's cold floor biting into my bare skin. What if this was permanent? What if anyone saw? The questions pounded like my headache, but that tiny voice whispered, touch it again. See how it feels. Lucas burst in minutes later. Hours? Time blurred, his face ashen, lab coat askew. Ethan. It wasn't supposed to, He helped me up, wrapping me in a blanket, explaining in a torrent of scientific jargon. The nanits, meant for mental sync, had glitched, interpreting twin bond as full genetic alignment, but to a female expression of our shared genome. It's reversible, he insisted, voice shaking. I'll synthesize an antidote, but it needs time, weeks, maybe a month, to avoid side effects. Weeks. In this body. As a woman. He guided me upstairs to our living room, the stairs feeling endless with my altered gait. I collapsed on the couch, blanket clutched tight, staring at my slender hands. The shock lingered, a constant hum of unreality, but curiosity nagged. How would clothes feel now? How would I sound in conversation? Fear dominated, but the seed was planted. The disruption to my daily life hit like a tidal wave, turning every routine into a minefield of awkwardness and isolation. Work was my first battleground. As a freelance graphic designer, I hunkered down at my home setup, a cluttered desk with dual monitors, sketchpads, and coffee stains, but even remote life couldn't shield me completely. Monday's client call via Zoom, I kept video off, audio only. Ethan, your voice, it's higher. Everything okay? Sarah from the marketing firm asked, concern lacing her professional tone. I faked a cough, claiming a lingering cold, but my words came out too smooth, too lilting, no gravel, no depth. Yeah, just allergies messing with me, I lied, cheeks burning even though she couldn't see. Emails piled up. Another client noted in feedback, your suggestions sound more intuitive today. Love the fresh vibe. Intuitive? Was that code for feminine? Paranoia set in. I second-guessed every message, every design choice, wondering if my transformed mind was influencing my creativity. Friends amplified the chaos. Our group chat, me, Tyler, and a few college buddies, buzzed with memes and plans for a virtual poker night. I typed neutral responses, but when Tyler pushed for voice chat, I bailed. MIC's busted, guys. Rain check. He called anyway, and I let it go to voicemail, then sent a quick audio clip explaining. Big mistake. Bro, you sound like you inhaled helium. Or, wait, is this a prank? You pulling a girl voice. His text hit like a gut punch. Embarrassment flooded me. I laughed it off in reply. Voice changer app, hilarious, right? But inside, confusion swirled. Why did his words sting so much? Family calls were torture. Weekly Zoom with mom and dad, camera off again, excuses ready. Show us your face, sweetie, mom cooed. You've sounded off for days. Dad chimed in, gruff as ever. Stop hiding, son. What's going on? Guilt twisted like a knife. I mumbled about work stress, but Lucas, joining the call, shot me worried glances. He's fine, just tired, he covered, but the tension hung thick. Public outings? Absolute hell. First venture, the corner store for essentials. I lied up, Lucas's oversized hoodie swallowing my frame, sweatpants baggy on hips, baseball cap low over my long hair tied back. But nothing concealed everything. The walk felt alien, my hips swayed naturally, breasts shifting under the fabric with each step. Inside the store, fluorescent lights harsh, shelves stocked with familiar snacks now seeming distant. A middle-aged man at the counter did a double take as I placed milk and bread down. That'll be $8.50, miss. Miss. The word echoed, sending heat to my face. I paid silently, voice trapped, and bolted out, whispers from other shoppers trailing, was that a guy or? In the car, I gripped the wheel, breathing ragged. Embarrassment peaked at home, Lucas analyzing me like data. Your gait's adapted already, fascinating estrogen surge effects. I snapped, I'm not your experiment. But fear lingered, what if neighbors spotted me? Mrs. Klein next door waved one afternoon as I grabbed the mail, her eyes narrowing at my softer features. New haircut, Ethan? Looks nice. I muttered thanks and fled inside. Social tension built daily, avoiding mirrors yet catching glimpses in windows, the feminine reflection mocking my confusion. Why did simple tasks like showering feel intimate now, water cascading over sensitive skin? The struggle was emotional whiplash, fear of exposure, embarrassment in every interaction, confusion over fleeting comforts, like how my new posture felt more natural, or how colors in designs popped brighter to my eyes. Yet, In the quiet hours when Lucas slept or worked late, the secret exploration began, a guilty pull I couldn't resist. It started small, one sleepless night about a week in. The house was silent, moonlight filtering through curtains into my bedroom, posters of graphic novels on walls, desk cluttered with stylus pens and half-finished sketches. I'd avoided my body, but curiosity won. Standing naked before the mirror, I really looked, tracing fingers over collarbones, the gentle swell of breasts, tender to touch, sending unexpected tingles, the curve of waist to hip. Skin so soft, responsive, goosebumps rising at my own caress. "This is me now," I whispered, voice echoing softly. The name Ilara popped into my head, from a sci-fi book we loved as kids, and it stuck. Clothing came next. Raiding the guest closet where Mom left outfits from visits. A simple pair of leggings first, sliding up smooth legs like a second skin, hugging every contour. The stretch fabric felt supportive, sensual, the way it molded to thighs and calves, no bunching like men's pants. Paired with a loose tunic that draped elegantly over my chest. I twirled, fabric whispering, and a thrill shot through me. Not bad, I thought, internal voice shifting from judgment to intrigue. Makeup followed. I'd snuck an order online, basic kit arriving in plain packaging. Sitting at my desk, under the warm lamp, I unpacked, foundation cool on fingertips, blending into poreless skin for an even glow. Blush dusted on cheeks, adding rosy life. Eyeliner trembled at first, black smudges wiped away with tissues, but soon a precise cat eye emerged, making eyes smolder. Mascara coated lashes thickly, each stroke lengthening them into dramatic fans. Lip gloss last, sticky and shimmering, tasting faintly of cherry. I puckered at the mirror, heart fluttering. Ilara looks alive. Sensory details overwhelmed, the creamy texture of concealer hiding faint shadows, the tickle of brushes on lids, the scent of floral-scented setting spray misting my face. Voice and behavior experiments deepened the dive. I downloaded apps for vocal training, practicing in hushed tones, reading aloud from design books, pitching higher, adding inflection. "Hello, I'm Ilara, graphic designer extraordinaire." Giggles followed, light, feminine sounds that surprised and delighted. Posture practice, standing tall in borrowed heels, Mom's low pumps clicking on the bathroom tile, forcing hips to sway, shoulders back. The mirror showed grace emerging, step by wobbly step. Internal dialogue evolved. This feels wrong morphed to this feels freeing. Small discoveries stacked like building blocks, how contour powder sharpened jawline subtly, how nail polish, a soft pink, made hands look elegant while typing designs. One night, full ensemble, lacy bra, ordered secretly, the underwire supportive yet teasing, matching panties smooth against skin, a flowy skirt that swished with movement, blouse unbuttoned just enough. Perfume spritzed, vanilla and musk, lingering in the air as I danced to indie music in the living room, shadows playing on walls. Joy surged, unstoppable, tears of release mixed with laughter. Environment amplified it. The cozy rug under bare feet post heels, the faint hum from Lucas's lab below a reminder of secrecy. Excitement built incrementally, each session longer, bolder, chipping away embarrassment, revealing empowerment beneath. As days blurred into weeks, personal growth demanded more than hidden nights. I craved the world as Ilara. Weekends became my canvas for experimentation, blending thrill with anxiety in public forays. First, a quiet park stroll, subtle attire, women's jeans contouring hips, fitted tee under a cardigan, minimal makeup, just gloss and mascara, hair loose in waves. I drove to a distant spot, heart pounding against ribs, stepping out into crisp air scented with fall leaves. Benches dotted paths, joggers passing obliviously. No stares, at least, none suspicious. A dog walker smiled. "Cute pup you have, oh, wait, none? Well, have a great day, miss." Miss again, but this time it warmed me. I sat on a bench, sketching in my pad, feeling sun on skin, wind teasing hair. Small victory, ordering ice cream from a vendor, voice steady, vanilla cone, please, and chatting briefly about the weather. Confidence sprouted. Sunday escalated, a mall outing, bolder ensemble, knee-length dress in soft blue, flats for ease, hair styled in a half-updo, full but natural makeup. Crowds bustled under bright lights, stores alive with chatter and music. Anxiety knotted. What if someone from work shops here? But I pushed on, browsing racks. In a boutique, a saleswoman approached. "That color would suit you perfectly, hun, want to try it?" Her casual acceptance thrilled me. I did, slipping into a changing room, the dress gliding on, mirror showing a woman radiant and poised. Interactions flowed, complimenting a stranger's bag, getting tips on accessories, even light flirting with a barista at the food court who said, "Your smile lights up the place." Each exchange built assurance, anxiety ebbing into background hum. Internal shift crystallized, comfort in this persona grew, Ilara feeling less like a role, more like home. Excitement blended with lingering fear, ducking when spotting a familiar face from afar, but small triumphs accumulated, navigating crowds with graceful steps, receiving nods of inclusion from other women. Further experiments, a evening class at a community center, art workshop, as Ilara, signing up online. Dim room with easels, paint smelling sharp and creative. Fellow students chatted warmly, "Love your style, where'd you get that necklace?" I shied, voice confident, hands steady on canvas. Victory, group critique where my piece earned praise, feeling seen for talent, not secret. Anxiety spiked during breaks, do they suspect? But the blend was intoxicating. Pushing growth. Social media as Ilara, anonymous posts of designs, garnering likes, comments like "gorgeous work, girl," feeding my soul. The shift was profound, weekends teaching me resilience, turning hidden curiosity into lived reality. The climax erupted like a storm in the lab, all tensions colliding in one shattering night. Lucas announced the antidote complete, a shimmering vial on his workbench, under glaring lights amid scattered tools and data pads. "Tomorrow, you're Ethan again," he said, relief in his voice but eyes probing. But I'd changed, Ilara wasn't temporary. That evening, crisis peaked. Parents texted about flying in unexpectedly, friends pushed for an in-person reunion. Lucas discovered my wardrobe stash and journal. Pages of intimate confessions, sketches of feminine outfits, admissions of joy. "You've been embracing this? Turning my mistake into a lifestyle?" Hurt flashed in his eyes, accusation sharp. We argued fiercely, him pacing, wires tangling underfoot. This was science, not a game. "You're perverting it." Me, voice rising in soprano fury. "You did this to me. And now I'm her, happier, realer. Don't you dare take it away." Tension heightened as he locked the vial in a safe. "Sleep on it. You're not thinking straight." Emotional storm raged inside. Fear of losing everyone, embarrassment at exposed secrets, struggle between old safety and new truth. Pivotal choice loomed, revert or fight. I paced my room, mirror mocking, then decided. Donning my favorite red dress, silk clinging, heels clicking, I stormed downstairs. "I refuse. I'm Ilara forever." Lucas froze, tears welling. The confrontation broke us open. We talked till dawn, siblings bearing souls. Resolution came as dawn's light filtered through lab windows, empowerment rising like phoenix flames. My choice echoed. Lucas, aftershock, embraced it. "If this is you, sis, I'll support." He refined nanits for permanence, ensuring health. Coming out unfolded gently. Parents arrived to tears and hugs, mom whispering, "My beautiful daughter," dad grumbling acceptance but squeezing my hand. Work transitioned smoothly. Boss on call, "Ilara? Suits you. Your designs have never been better." Friends mixed, some faded, but Tyler messaged, "Miss the old you, but damn, the new you shines." Proud, man, ow, woman. Chosen family bloomed, trans meetups in cozy cafes, sharing stories under string lights, online forums buzzing with my sci-fi origin tale. Supportive bonds, a mentor guiding hormone tweaks, dates with kind souls who saw beyond changes, first kiss as Ilara electric, affirming. Confidence soared, I revamped my wardrobe openly, heels clicking confidently on streets, designs infused with bold femininity. Positive shifts, community recognition at art shows, Ilara's work inspires. Lucas and I? Closer than ever, lab partners now, he jokes, best experiment failure ever. That wild experiment didn't ruin me, it unveiled me. In embracing authenticity, I found courage I never knew, self-acceptance that radiates. If a hidden part of you whispers for freedom, listen. You're worthy of your truest self, empowered and unbreakable. Shine on, beautiful.